Welcome back, everyone, to Piney Trials, where I am at, looks like a corner of a third trial chamber. Now, you may be wondering, why am I back in the series, and why am I looking for a third trial chamber? I thought everything was over. Well, that's what I thought too. But when they just recently released the update 1.21.2 update, I was thinking that what I think that we need to do is to try the trial chamber with a bundle or maybe more than one bundle, because one of the big frustrations I had while clearing out a trial chamber was constantly filling up my inventory with small little items in here. Like, for example, I've got this grass seed right in here. It's rather inconvenient to be going around with a grass seed in my hand. So, since they've added bundles into the game, I think that we should try going through there again with bundles. This will also help me to address another problem that we had, and that is that there's one item in my to-do list that I never really got done. I always had to cheat around it, and that was that I wanted to build a base above the trial chamber. The trouble was that the trial chambers, they kept on being in areas which had high mountains above them and next to water and the like, and so there was no real good terrain for building a base. Well, I think that right now we've got some good terrain for building a base. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clear out some of this area here, and I'm going to start outlining a base over here. So that's the first stage I'm going to do, is get a base here. And once I have that done, we are going to head down and open up another trial chamber and see what's inside there. Now, I have not gone inside there yet or anything like that. So let's begin by, how do you do this? Ah, here we go. You can hold a mixed stack of items. Well, right now, let's get two of them because I am going to need more space before I'm going to be able to do any more of those. Fortunately, I've got some bundles now, so perhaps I have no trouble doing that. Now let's see, we've got a bundle here. The first one I'll make cyan. And then this bundle here. Ooh. See if we can find some other colors in which to make it, so I can have a nice set of color-coded ones. Let's see, we've got an oxide daisy here. I think this is gray. I guess I'll find out. It's gray, light gray, some color like that. Light gray. Okay, so we can make a light gray one and see what we could do with it. Now that we have all that done, let's now start to clear out this area. Assuming I get a working shovel. Here we go. We have the building, and most likely we'll start over here. We're not going to have this stripe over here because we'll have the building, because this is going to be one of the doors to the base, and this will be the other door. So we'll have one coming out each way, one towards the trail that will lead us back to our original home, which is about somewhere between 800 and 1,000 blocks, and then this little one leading down into the area where we'll get our trial chamber. For the storage area, this is going to be the eastmost barrel, which means that we'll have the wall right over here. Then the wall can come right through here. So I'm going to do that in order to get a little outline to the base area. I guess this so far looks like it's going to be one of my warehouses, but it'd be nice if I could make it look like something better than a warehouse. We'll just have to see. So what I'm going to do is we are just going to start with a cobblestone outline to what we're going to build. And once we have the cobblestone outline, we can decide, are we going to need to vary it any? Because right now it looks like it's going to be a boring rectangle. So let's see if I could do something better than that. No, this is pine leaf. I'm not. I still haven't figured out what to do with variation. I don't want to take this back up in any way because I have some difficult terrain going through here and very, very easily going down into that cave over there. So I don't want to dig all through here and open up really, really thin ground, so to speak. So if I do go back, it'll probably be here. Though it might be a better idea just to turn this into a garden area so that I could grow crops and the like. And I am going to have to worry about getting some other things like cattle and all of that. But that's nothing that is pressing at the moment since I do have other farms down at the original location. But something that's to be considered so that I could be reasonably self-sufficient up here. And it'll more fulfill my desire to have a actual base up here. Now, I suppose the gardens and like, they can go up here. Yeah. This actually might do for that. All right. Yeah, that's an idea there. So if I do decide to go back there with the building, then I at least have an alternate place for the gardens. Now, probably the most important thing I could do in trying to measure this thing out and making sure I have it right is to make some barrels, because I want the barrels to be in 2 rows over here, 1 row down here, pair over here, and the same thing over here. And this area is going to be my main living area, so that's where I'll have the bed, the crafting facilities, the enchanting table, and all of that. I'm hoping that this will work. We'll have to see. That's the idea there. I'll take a line of barrels here and here to see whether or not I can actually fit a living area here. And I'll need, of course, a way to get from the living area into here. But internal doors, that's something that should be quite doable, right? So let's start with making some barrels. Now what do we got here? We've got let's see. We need some wood. All right, here is plenty of this. Actually, I want to use the birch for the barrel since I don't think it's going to make any difference on how the barrel looks. So I might as well use the wood that I'm least likely going to be wanting to have huge amounts of. So let's see. Whoop, good. And we're going to do barrels. I always have trouble figuring out, all right, how much do I have to do in order to have barrels right? Because if I remember correctly, for barrels you need, actually let's do here. Okay, we got 24 of these. Okay, now I remember we just take this here. So this is going to give us 12 barrels. Well, that's if, no, because I'll need 72 in order to do that. All right, that'll give us 8 barrels. I guess we can start with that over here. So let's see. We are going to then put the barrels on this side here. Well, I guess we don't need this. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah! And that means we'll have a little aisle down the middle where we could go through into our room. Okay, that's an idea. So what if I do this all over the place? Of course, there'll be layers of barrels above it, I guess about 4 high, so that we can store plenty of things in here. I think that what I'll be needing is more space in the living quarters. So I am not going to extend either of the wings to the back. I'm going to instead push the middle back. So let's see if I got my shovel over here, and we're going to dig through here. Now the idea is that this will become the wall. and that those barrels will stop there, but these barrels are going to be extended further. Here's what I managed. I brought this out till I have 4 more barrels along here. Also, I have a pair of crafting tables here. For now, I'm putting the bed here, though that may change as things progress, because this might be a good area for the enchanting area. Hello there. What do you have? Sand, red mushrooms, red dye, drip leaf, white tulip, and a bucket of pufferfish. Nothing useful, huh? Oh well. During the break, I was wondering what was I going to do about all the crafting facilities and the like. Maybe that's what I should do about this back area, because I was thinking for a moment here, maybe putting the enchanting area here, but this might just turn into a crafting area. Put the crafting facilities maybe on the side and in the back. That way I won't be worrying about impinging upon the barrels and the like. And up here, I guess up here would be the enchanting table. You see, we'll need 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These would be rather tight if I had a full enchanting facility over here. Decisions, decisions. Or maybe make this corner here the enchanting area, and then just put some crafting facilities over here. Okay. I think that'll work. I hope. Just start over here, and I guess that means, oops, put the headboard right over there. Okay. I think we got a basic plan. I could just adjust this as I go along, filling that in eventually. For now, though, I need to decide on the material for the floor. And I think the perfect thing would be some diorite. Now the question is, do I have any? No, so it looks like I need a mining session. Fortunately, I know just where to find some diorite. Right over here. And I should be able to get a good amount. Maybe enough to work with the entire floor area. I don't need really all this stone. Speaking of stone, redstone. Yeah, this is going to take up a bit. While I was mining, I also managed to find some granite, so perhaps I could also put some patterns into my little area. First, though, I need to dig out this grass, and I can put in some diorite. And once I have inserted the diorite, then I can see, is there any place where I could put some granite to help things? Probably mainly in the central area over here, since that's where we have the big long area that's could get tedious if we have it completely undecorated. I think this is a nice, easy pattern in here, and it fits really well with what we've got. So I think I'm going to stick with this. Now, I don't think I'll have room for it on the sides here, since I'm going to be having barrels coming out all throughout there for extra storage. But I think just a nice white strip of polished diorite will help on the matter. So I guess that is the next stage. No, I didn't find the llamas. It looks like another wandering trader has arrived. Even before the previous one had left. I guess they're exchanging information now. Let's see if we can... Hey, anything you got for me? Yellow dye. Really? Oh well. It appears that I have company here, which is not good because I'm in the middle of doing some building. Where is my bow? Oh, okay, okay. We've got the llamas trying to. Okay. Oh boy. Well, that was crazy. Okay, so that's what the llamas are for. Oh, oh, I think the other one. I don't know if the other trader had despawned or if because he didn't have any llamas, he got killed. Not too sure which is the case. Anyway, I have managed to get these barrels in here, and I was getting ready to put these down when I got rudely interrupted. Of course, this is why I'm going to be needing walls to this place, so that I won't have to worry about pillagers attacking me while I'm in the middle of doing my crafting. Guess right over here. Right. Right, this is 1, 2, 3. Right, 1, 2, 3. You have this here, and then one final row down here, and that will be what we need. As I said, we'll probably be at least 4 high on the barrels, but this is just a start. There we go. How about we put organics here? So that means wood on this side, and maybe raw food over on this side, or actually things that you plant. Agricultural stuff could be on this side. So wood and agriculture. Then over here, we can have stone because we'll need plenty of different types of stone. I always run out of areas for stone on that. In this area, we'll go the metals because this is where we're going to have the bulk of the crafting station. So I think metals would be good over here. What do we have after that? Metals, organics, stone. I have to come up with what to put onto this side. I'm sure there are other categories out there that I just can't put my finger on at the moment. Probably weapons and tools can go over here and other craftables here, but I'm sure I'll run to something that's saying, oh no, you need space for that one also. So that will be the layout of this warehouse slash base. I guess now I have to get around to building it. I think I'll begin with oak logs on the corners here. See if this works. Down here, good. And do this all the way around. So what do we have for the actual walls? The two possibilities that are immediately at hand are, of course, oak and birch. The question is, do I want oak or birch as my main wood in here? It might work. Maybe I have to mull this over between episodes. It's like, would I want it? Then I think this blends in a little bit better. So most likely I will go with oak, but I think I'm going to try a couple more wood types between episodes and see if one of them is any better than the others. But I can't do just one color in there because I think that would look really, really bland And if I'm saying it's bland, it's got to be bland because I'm not exactly the king of variation on things. Now, actually, let me see what we've got here. We've got. How about we do this? Right, we go oak, we go there. Here we have a door in between. Now here, well, this will leave us with a long stretch of oak, but I could put a single stripe in the middle. Well, it might work. Of course, that means taking that down. Yeah. Well, obviously not here, since there'll be a door here. Yes. You know, it might work. Well, I have to ponder over between episodes because I think I got quite a bit accomplished here, but I think I really need to build the bulk of this between episodes so that next time we can head down into the trial chamber, because that's of course the reason why I revived all this, is so that we could go down there, see what we could do with the trial chamber with some bundles, and if it's easier in order to get through there without stuffing our bags, or am I just one of those people that's going to manage to stuff my bags no matter what I try? We'll have to find that out in the next episode of Piney Trials.